Many South Africans spend time abroad studying or working, and then they feel an urge to come back home.
Artist and photographer Thania Petersen is one such wanderer who has returned, and now she's exploring her roots and new creative territory in and around Cape Town.
We all have a sense of origin, but do we take the history of our forebears at face value? This is a question that artist Thania Petersen asked herself, and it inspired her creative journey, linking past to present. When Michelle arrived, she was setting up for an outdoor portrait shoot, but she had more than just an image of a face in mind.
Having studied and gained valuable experience internationally, Thania Petersen decided that it was time to return to her roots here in the mother city. As a sought-after photographer, she is a valuable addition to the South African arts community. Now she's busy with a shoot. Maybe I can try my luck as a model. Hello!
Hello!
How are you doing?
Fine, and you?
Good, thank you.
Good, good.
Well, what's happening here?
Well, I'm taking photographs of my beautiful grandmother in her wonderful garden.
Well, having seen your work, I know that it's not just simply taking a photograph. Tell me about the concept.
It's called Alien Vegetation, and it's about how we reflect our plants and our plant reflects us in the sense that we are all alien. No matter how we arrived here, whether it was through colonialism, slavery, or whatever it may be, we have survived it, and we blossom and we grow and we bloom just like the plants around us, which is not indigenous either.
I'm always so fascinated by creative people like yourself. How do you come up with these concepts?
Too much time? Too little to do?
Well, having said that, I'd love to see your other collections. Would you show me?
Let's go.
Using simple yet evocative backdrops and regal costumes shot at various Cape Town locations, Thania used self-portraits as a means of self-discovery.
Now that face looks familiar. Tell me about that series of collections.
This series of work is called I Am Royal, where I stake my claim to my royal lineage, because we were taught that we were slaves. You know, everyone was just brought here as slaves. But in fact, when I did my research, I discovered that my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, I'm sure even more than that, he was in fact a prince. He was called Twanguru, and he was brought here as a political exile.
Would you say that your great-great-great-great-grandfather was the inspiration behind this work?
Absolutely. He did actually, Twanguru. And also it is to show our pride and dignity as a community.
Born in Cape Town in 1980, Thania attended school locally before joining her father in exile in the United Kingdom. She went on to study art at the Central St. Martin's College of Art and then lived for a time in Zimbabwe and South Korea before returning to South Africa.
From a young age, you were exposed to a foreign lifestyle. What was that like?
Very exciting. It was challenging, but it was fun, and I loved it.
And what was your childhood like here in South Africa?
My parents were very restless, and it suited me fine because I'm restless, so I moved around a lot, and it was great. I was very happy.
Your South African upbringing, how did that assist settling in a foreign country?
My work is proudly South African and very relevant to who we are here. I mean, I'm grounded here. This is me. And I can move, but I take it with me.
Would you say you were always interested in photography?
Well, you know, it's not particularly just photography, it's fine art. So photography is just a medium of expression, which I choose, but I could start painting, sculpture, you know, I do everything, but at the moment, photography seems to be my tool of choice.
I imagine that there's so much work that needs to be done before the shoot. Tell me about that process.
It's a lot of prep, I guess, a lot of prep. So I have to build my backdrops. But for this particular series, it was sourcing the costumes, doing the research, and building the sets, setting it up, and then the makeup. You know, yeah, it takes a bit of work, but it's all fun. But there's no two shoots that's the same.
My favorite of the series, The Royal, has to be number 5. Tell me about that one.
So the series of photographs starts with what we were to what we've become through costume. And the portraits in particular is personalized to me. So it starts with what we were or what I would have been 400 years ago and what I am today.
Do you think that the authenticity of a photograph has been lost with people just clicking away?
No, absolutely not. I think that it's all relevant. I think we change and the world changes and we should just allow it to change.
You give off so much energy. How do you replenish your own?
Socializing. I'm a social butterfly. No, I think I'm an absolute socialite. I need to be out, I need to socialize, and it revives me, and yeah, that's what I do for fun.
Now, for somebody who captures special moments, what do you love about life?
My family, definitely. I mean, they give me a reason to wake up every morning, and food.
Thania's children are more than mere subjects in her images. They also represent the next chapter in a story that began more than 3 centuries earlier.
When you take a photograph, you are capturing a tiny bit of history. Thania takes pride in her role as a contemporary historian that captures the essence of a moment through photography.